hang out for 30-40 minutes, talk about the state of ranked, how things are going. We're going to rapid fire ranked battle games. I've got 4 Stalingrad replays. So I have a feeling that people are going to want to see the Stalingrad in ranked. And then we can do some other ones. There's a Worcester rank 5 we could do. There's a Yoyang replay that we could do. Lots of choices. I've got 4 Stalingrad replays. So hey! We're going to want to see the Stalingrad in ranked. And then we can do some other ones. There's a Worcester rank 5 we could do. A Yoyang replay we could do. Lots of choices. Cthulhu, if you can, please mute your... Yeah, there you go. Because I think people are going to hear an echo.
Hang on a sec, just let me mute my other platform. Okay, Jianwei.
Now you're grinding this line?
I am, yes.
Cool. Trying to get a screenshot here with the fishy flag, since that's a special one too.
Apart from the deep water torpedo, this is essentially a British destroyer. It's based on the Brooke class of interwar destroyer leaders.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. Probably should have.
The in-game says it was based on a design that was offered to the pre-war Chinese government, but I looked in some references I've got, and the Brooks are closest to this in terms of armament, torpedoes, and performance.
Okay, gotcha. Huh, that's cool. So, some things about the Jianwei. It's a Tier 5 Pan-Asian destroyer. As Cthulhu said, we have deep water torpedoes, which cannot hit destroyers, but they can hit everything else. And they are not detected very easily, so they are very sneaky, sneaky torpedoes. And question for you, sir. Why are you not running premium consumables? You know how much that triggers me.
Because it's a scratch game and I was just having a bit of fun at the end of a night.
Gotcha. No
and
flags.
Also possibly because I was very broke after when I played this game. I think I might have just bought the Neptune.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you got no flags, but I mean it's Tier 5, so no need. I would agree. This is when you just go around and have fun. Very smart. You're slowing down after you got spotted there, because obviously people are going to start shooting at you. Now, if the carrier is keeping you perma-spotted, it's a good opportunity to just pop your, turn back on your anti-air. Maybe you can shoot 1 or 2 planes down. Sometimes it's enough to get carrier guys to actually pull their planes back. Look at your insane dodging skills. And yes, Leopard, the raffle is open, so go right ahead. Join the raffle. Too many tabs. Alright, I just reopened the raffle anyway just to make sure, so if you put yours in, go ahead and put it in again, it's fine.
I figured it's worth spending a smoke here to take a cap.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well, right? There's not much the enemy can do about you. You're against Tier 5 and 6 carriers, so the 6 might actually be able to manually drop into your smoke, so you have to watch out for that. And we know there's a Gremiashi over here. Mr. H, no, there's no setting to automatically turn anti-air on when you select a priority target. However, what I've done is I've rebound the key from the P key, which is the default, to the tilde key, which is to the left of the 1 key. I find it's much quicker and easier for me to hit that with my left hand while my right hand is on the mouse than to take my hand off the mouse, hit the P key to turn anti-air off. So, just a thought. Somebody just died. Oh, Elba just charged in. Nice. Now we know the Gramiashi is going up north, but you know, you're in a destroyer that can't torpedo, so it's kind of hard to duel a destroyer unless you absolutely have to.
The guns aren't the best, and they have somewhat high arcs as well, so dealing with fast Russian destroyers is a problem.
I mean, if you could enlist the aid of the Molotov, 2v1 it, that's fine, but you've got a Nuremberg coming up that way too. So it looks like at this point you've decided you want to reposition.
Yeah, discretion was the better part of valor in A here.
Yep. Molotov's got a dirty butt. Rip the T-22. Yes, well, Wingspan is correct. When you click on planes, it'll automatically turn secondaries and anti-air on. So you could just click the planes as well. That's true.
Ooh. Close traffic dodge there. The thing I really hate is being snowplowed out of my smoke by a friendly ship.
What, you don't like to share your smoke? Selfish.
Oh, I don't mind sharing it. I just mind it when they push me broadside out of it.
That's understandable. Now I know you
especially when there's lots of enemy ships close.
I know you opened fire there on the Normandy because obviously he DCP'd after a torpedo, so you're trying to relight him. But in the process of doing so, obviously you see you got yourself lit.
Yeah, should have held that shot.
Correct. But keep that in mind, though, with all the planes that were coming up, you could have gotten lit anyways, so... And, I mean, you didn't do it in a position where there were cruisers that would just punish you immediately, so...
Yeah, I was headed at high speed into an island, so he was going to lose sight of me anyway.
Fuso sailing broadside to carrier torps. Now, looking at your team, you have to be really careful here because they're all in the retreat almost, except for the Iron Duke, who's probably going to get torped by the Gramiashi. So, in your mind, once you capture B, you should hopefully be thinking, I got to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yes, again, the aim was to spend a smoke to take a cap, and then assess what's around me and where I should go and what I should do next.
And as predicted, there's a Gramiashi right behind the Iron Duke.
They complain about destroyers that don't cap, and I thought, well, at least they won't be complaining about this.
Very true. Now here's a good opportunity. You can pull forward and either torpedo south into the Duca, although you'll notice the Duca shot at you just now, so the Duca knows you're there. Also, when you fired out of the smoke, that told him too. So now you got to be thinking about, I personally, I would go up the channel here and head off the Congo, New Mex, Elba, try to help the Z-22 or T-22 as well. Because right here, this is extremely dangerous.
On the other hand, my smoke's running out, and I think I've got to make a move somewhere.
Right.
Let's get out of here, try and do terrible things to the Duca while I've still got speed boost. And I have a chance of dodging his gunfire.
Yep. Now I recognize the carrier player. A Studio is I think he's a CV main. If not, yeah, I know he's a really good carrier player. So you have to also, like, over time you kind of know who's who. So I'm surprised he didn't torpedo you in the smoke earlier, but whatever. Regardless, you got the torpedo hit on the Duca. Like we said before, he can't really see it that easily unless he's running Hydro. So good stuff there. Now
this was about the end of my good game, so we'll see what happens with the rest and where I might have done better.
All right. Now, if you had gone up the channel, I just want to point out, if you had gone up the channel, you'd be in a beautiful spot to torpedo ambush the new mechs, possibly the Aoba, as they come around. But like you said, you ended up getting that kill off of the Duca, so I mean that's a pretty good use of your time as well. And as what Wingspan said, good job getting away. Now both carriers are being actively hunted by everybody. That's really not a good situation. Yeah, Edge, I have the air spotting ring turned off on the minimap. I could turn it on, but you can see it's, well, right now it's 0 because he's in smoke. But personally, when I play, I just don't like having so many lines up, and
good
it's
point.
so...
I need to turn the air spotting range ring on.
Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, I think it's useful, but I don't know. I don't like having overload and too many rings on the minimap at the same time.
What I normally have turned on is main gun range, torpedo range for applicable, and AA bubble if I'm driving something like an Atlanta with a primary AA focus, because I want to know when my guns start being useful for that.
Down you go.
Uh-oh. Now, about that CV main who talks into the smoke. Yep. I actually thought I could get moving a bit faster than that, but it turned out not to be so.
It happens.
Oh, the Alba got me.
Yeah, it was the Alba's
That's the other thing.
torpedoes.
I thought he was out of range.
Well, we can take a look in 1 second here, but I'm pretty sure that they're 10 kilometer torps. Let's see how far he moves from me. I mean, he's moving away. He's at 12 kilometers now. He must have been right at the edge of his range. So, it's kind of hard with all these carrier planes and stuff, trying to think about, do I sit and smoke, do I stay out and spot, and possibly get spotted too, right? That's a concern. Mr. H pointing out, Ava was 9 kilometers away when you smoked up.
They must have been speculative if I was in smoke, and they speculated correctly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you slowed down and then you smoked, and because you were moving so slowly when you smoked, you left a pretty small smoke screen, and then you kind of stayed in that same spot. So, pretty easy to kind of predict where you're going to be. Edgecase points out you might have survived if you had only taken 1 torpedo. It depends on where the torpedo hits. You never know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Wingspan is saying, maybe angle your ship while you're in smoke. So think about where you might get torpedoed. If you're sitting broadside to battleships, that sort of thing, turn a bit so that your bow is pointed towards the enemy, that sort of thing.
Sure. It's going to be interesting with the British destroyers having hydro. That this sort of thing's going to get a bit more warning and be a bit more avoidable.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you know, German destroyers, you have the hydro as well. So the same thing applies to German destroyers. If they're in their smoke, they've got the ability to, you know, do that kind of stuff. Jianwei does not have creeping smoke.
Although the German hydro is usually regarded more as a tool of attack.
Yep. That's very true, especially at the higher tier, tier 9 and 10. But at the lower tiers, hydro, the range isn't really good enough to use it as an attacking hydro. I mean, you can do it. I just personally, when I ground the lines, I found myself dying way too easily by charging, trying to light up a destroyer in smoke, and then getting spotted myself.
Yeah, I haven't gone any higher than I think tier 3 in German destroyers, so I'm nowhere near there yet.
Alright, well, hey, thanks for the replay there. Do you have any questions for the group? Anything you want us to kind of focus on for feedback, or do you feel like you got enough there?
I think so. I need to go back and watch this replay at a more relaxed pace when I'm not live, but I think I've got some pretty good hints there for the rest of the grind. So thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for joining in. We're going to move to Rank Chat now, so if anybody else wants to join, you're welcome to do so. This is the community Discord. I'll put the link on the stream here.
Okay, I must go, so thank you very much, and have a good weekend.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for sending the replay in. Good stuff. Alzu, congratulations on winning the raffle. Obviously, tell me what kind of container code you'd like, and I've reopened the raffle now, so you can get back in. And we're gonna focus only on the ranked replays now. So let me pull that up. Here we go. We need a contributor container. Sure. Hello, hello. Doo-doo-doo.